Alright everybody, going to kind of go over setting up bits and stuff on a router table. That way we can start cutting hinges on the top of a box. One of the most scariest tools I've ever had to deal with is a router table. They can turn sideways on you real fast. I'm not going to be using this chamfering bit. I'm going to take it out. And this is a 1/2 inch and 1/4 inch. I got a 1/4 inch collar in it because the straight flute bit that I'm going to use to cut in for the router bit is just a little bit bigger than what I'm going to be using for my actual hinge. Make it a little easier to put it in. I'm hoping it's not going to be too big, but you always want to get them down good and snug. Lower everything to where it's supposed to be at, and the next thing you're going to want to do is make sure you have the right size base plate. Clean off everything and make sure all your base plates sit right. So you don't want to, on something like this, you don't want to use something that's too big. You don't want to use something that's going to be so freaking tight that you're not going to be able to make them fit. But you want to try to keep that plate as close to your bit as possible, because if you use something that's going to be too big, you're going to end up having your workpiece fall inside the router table with you, and that's not what you're going to want. What I like to do is do some test setups, get it relatively close, and that right there should be right at it. I would like for it to be just barely flush with it, because we can always come back and take more material out. What we can't do is add material after we make a cut. So anyways, that is the basic setup of your router tables. And after this, you'll take measurements from center of bit to fence and line everything up so that the center of the hinge will be center of the box lid. So